bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. From the back. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the right. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sutton. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Breaks the tackle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll send the back in motion. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Dome wide receivers, and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day, and all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it, and I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Gets the back moving. Finding an escape route. Oh, he's got some space. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. It's complete on the right side. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Quarterback now breaking the field. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here, down close in the red zone.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
You You know, in these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Sends it back in motion. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Notre Dame! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Who needs a field goal when you can get a touchdown? First drive, setting the tone, making a statement. 4th and goal, we are going for it. We are here for all the smoke. Nice job by this offense, capitalizing on the momentum, getting a touchdown to start this football game.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Now they'll run the draw. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
And when you're a quarterback, you have to sell pass. You have to get your eyes down the field, the ball in your hand like you're ready to throw the football. Now I quickly handed to the running back. You could see it worked, and the running back did the rest. The defense was thinking pass all the way. What a nice game.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab outside. It's Hurst. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the air on 1st down. Throwing right. That's caught. It's Hurst. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a 3rd time.
They go to the draw. He breaks a tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And nice job by the defense. A draw is kind of a trick, you know, get you to run upfield, but they sniffed it out, did a great job. Stopped the play for no gain.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Hurst. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. He'll take a shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Snagged in the middle, it's Young. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They just keep firing. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bucs!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the back. Off-play action on first down. The short hands. It's Harris. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Caught near the sticks, it's Harris. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To throw, it's Mayava. Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Buffaloes can really attack on this second and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Wants to go up top on first down. Moving away from pressure. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Young. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
And they'll just play it safe with the run right back to the line of scrimmage, and we are at halftime. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Now he's going to break the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. Quick completion on the out. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Pressure coming. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down.
Man, when you go over the middle, you got to be willing to take the punishment. You're going to get hit a lot of times anyways, so you might as well catch the football, but his arms starting to look a little bit like Reese Davis when the check comes at dinner.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Under fire. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a 1st down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Not the 2nd half start they'd hoped for.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll send the back in motion. Grabbed behind the line, it's Jackson. And without that spin move, I'm not sure he would have gone very far at all, but a solid pickup on the play.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get to third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Steps away. Got a man. It's Jackson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a second down play. Gets the back moving. With the catch, it's Harris. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Mayava. Grab near the marker, it's Johnson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here. They'll
run play action. Makes the catch. It's Dillon. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. The give to the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This drive has already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock, and now they've got it on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. Shakes off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on 3rd down coming up. Let's call it 3rd and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
The give from the gun. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Smashes it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense.